Well, good afternoon, everybody, and happy Saturday. Thank you again for joining me here on the PPP Plays. And folks, remember, this is now the permanent time for the second stream of the week. The Tuesday nights at 6 p.m. Pacific still stands, but instead of Friday nights at 6, we've moved that to Saturdays at 1 p.m. Pacific. Hopefully, there are some of you in the UK and in Europe who can join us for these streams. That's why I wanted to move it so that we could include you in more of these events. Today, once I get rolling, we're going to go ahead and play more Lord of the Rings online with the adventures of Hilburn the River Hobbit. In the meantime, I do ask for your patience and a little bit of grace as I am dealing with, like I did on the opening night, a really intense allergy attack for no particular reason. I haven't even spent time around my cat today, really. All I know is that I am just an absolute sneezing mess. So do forgive me. Fortunately, I will be a very tiny picture in your corner once we're going, and hopefully that won't be an issue. Before I begin, do we have any questions in chat? Hello, everybody. All right. I'm going to go ahead and get going here on this. We will not have the overlay on because that would make the screen a little bit too small. So we're going to go ahead and get the other screen going. And swap those for you. And let's launch Lord of the Rings online and see what's going on with Hilburn the River Hobbit. I thought I had that totally blocked. That was supposed to be me off screen. Well, that's embarrassing. Well, next time I'm gonna actually have to that my camera's off. That was not all right. Oh, what a day, huh? All right. Now, I would actually leave that screen off if I could, but unfortunately, for some reason, Restream mutes the mic when my camera is off. So maybe if I think I have to make the computer screen the main camera, and then I can talk with my screen off. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and open up the chat. I'll see this. No, definitely no second cam today. Thank you, Hassel. How do I get my voice to be so amazing? Just genetics, I'm afraid. All right. Let's go ahead and hop into the game. Let's see what's going on with Hilburn, where we last left him. My goodness, what a day. All right, Hilburn is in Cardolan. Why can't I pull up the map? Why can't I move? Well, this is interesting. Oh, probably because I have the keyboard on the wrong thing here. Give me a moment. The challenge of working on two different computers in order to get this stream working properly. All right. To remind ourselves where we are. We are in Cardolan. So we're down here on the map. So a little bit east of center, a little bit south of center. If Breland is the middle of the map, Cardolan is down here to the southeast of that. We're actually in the town of Tharbad, right at the fords where the South Road crosses over the Gwathlo or the Grey Flood. And if we zoom into there, you can see that there we are just north of Tharbad, north of the fords, on the main road, the Greenway. And we are in a little place, I think referred to as, I don't know. What is it referred to as? Guess we'll find out. Sedgemead. That's where we're at. All right. Okay, so we have several active quests. Let's go ahead and disable these in the. Oh, they are all disabled on the map. I did this on purpose. So our epic quest, the one that we're supposed to follow in order to get the storyline to advance, is Book 2, Chapter 5, and that one is Crossway, and we're supposed to find the entrance to the town of Hearn along the road northwest. So that's over here. We're going to disable that for now because there are several. The Wayward Mare, What's Etta Eating? That one I don't know that I'll go back for. It's on the other side of the straits or the ford. Seeking the Scouts. Where is that one? Find Dunlendings near some faraway place? I don't even see that one on the map. All right. Hides for Etta. They're all over there. Supply for a supply. Okay, maybe we will head back and get a Master of Oak. Hunting for Hal. Stonecroft supplies and Wolfscomb's bow. All right. Let's go and just see what we can do. We're not going to do that many. In the meantime, there's a question from Bree Crossroads. Katie, what are your tips, best practice for tackling a long list of quests with epics and side quests? Really, it's just a matter of gathering all the quests that you can in a particular area and then looking at the map and sort of scouting out the direction that you want to go. Like, I don't want to go up here and do the quest that's up here and then do a quest that's down here and then do this quest and then do this quest, right? Just do them geographically in a way that makes the most sense that you can. Specific point in the books timeline wise. Yes, Nathan, I'm actually, let's see. Have they left yet? I'm trying to remember exactly where we are on the timeline, Katie, because the intro is a little different than. Well, now we're in book 2, so yeah, we should be. We just had a moment where we were chatting with Boromir at Tharbad. He was on his way north looking for Rivendell. So that's where we are in the timeline. That helps you. Yeah, exactly. All right. Do I need to complete every single one of the quests? Hassle the Hoff, I do when I am playing on my own as a completionist. I do not, thankfully, here for the stream. We're going to focus primarily on the epic quests. All right. So for now, though, we are going to go ahead and do a few of these local ones. Let's go ahead and set for something that has a specific area, a Master of Oak, not of Orc. Because if we look at that, we'll see that when we turn these other ones off, you'll see that has a specific ring location right there to the south of Tharbad, whereas the others are in broader areas. All right, so now that we have that target, let's head on out. I'm going to turn on my usual buffs, which in this case is Find the Path. I'm going to make sure that I am in Strength stance, which gives me better critical rating, a little more damage. And let's head out. This stream should be a completionist run. Tell you what, if this show gets significantly more engagement over time and we want to do that, I have no problem playing a completionist run. It's a lot of fun. But I know that we want to also be able to do other games that we want to be able to play. For example, Battle for Middle Earth 2, or we want to play Shadow of Mordor or Shadow of War. And to do that means I really can't. Otherwise, I'd be doing this maybe twice a week and playing only this game. Oh, who are those three? Oh, that's right. They're waiting for me to do things. All right. All right. Tell you what, though, there's something near here. I think it's maybe hunting for Hal. Nope. It's the Wayward Mare. Huh. There he is. There's the Mayor of Hearn. Hey, Cardwallen. Ah, the staff. I've thrown my staff at the back of the orcs. Landed not far from me. Oh, it's right there. That is the easiest fetch quest you're going to have in this game. Oh. Of course you would overreact. Ah. Whoa, hello. What just happened there? Four dudes ambushed me. Thank you, Phil. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm trying to do, is thread that needle between nothing but the epic, which gets a little bit stale, and the completionist one. All right, I am now at level 18, by the way, which means I can equip a couple of things that I put in my inventory just for that purpose. So I've got a new bow now, the Hardened Ash Crossbow of Speed, which will give me a little bit more DPS, that's damage per second. And then I have a sword that I can replace. Oh, they're both. Let's have it replace the sharp longsword. All right, there we go. And those are things that I can sell now when I clear out. Okay, let's take a look and see where we're at. And I'm probably doing a little bit more of that than I need to. But let's go back down onto the other side and look for a Master of Oak. Thank you, Katie. Am I going to be playing with two other people when I eventually play War in the North? I don't know. That's going to be a tricky one to do. Probably I'll be playing solo for a little while at least. The technical chops of streaming with multiple persons, I want to save that for when we finally get the One Ring role-playing game on tabletop nights. You'll have to pardon my incredible sniffles. I still need to cross, so let me cross over first, actually. Yeah, War in the North's a good one. Finally was able to get that running on my computer. That took a lot of finagling to get an old game like that running on a Windows 11 computer, but I did manage it. Ah, that orc had Hal's bow. So you see, some of these ones are already coming along. I've already gotten 5 of the 10 severed ears. I've gotten some of the stolen supplies. And that's the nice thing. If you gather all the quests in an area at the same time, you're very likely going to complete many of them while you're out doing one. We'll come back, and having only focused on one, I'll end up still having finished, probably 4 or 5. Yeah, Phil, I totally get that. It's so easy to get over leveled. There are some very cool ways to avoid that. There's a pocket item called, I think, the Stone of the Tortoise that actually disables leveling. I highly recommend using that if it's not your first run through, or if if things are starting to go light blue or even green, it's time to start slowing down the leveling process. All right. We generally want to go that direction, so we still need to find that guy. That guy. I don't know what that guy was. It was the Master of Oak, not Orc. That's right. We're looking for Huel's missing axe. We've now collected 10 severed orc ears, so when we go back to the mayor, we can turn that one in. I can't access that broken urn, but there's another stolen supplies. Ooh, a boss. So what am I going to do, Katie? What am I going to do when there's a boss? Set a trap. And then I'm going to pin him. Then I'm going to heart seek the other guy. Heart seeker's a really high damage shot that can often one-shot people. And now we're going to go after this guy. And he gets bogged down by my trap. Got him. All right. Once you pick a character, you can't switch out. Yep. Oh. Yeah, I don't have Rain of Arrows or Thorns yet, so otherwise I would have been doing that. And run away. That one I will not do. I will not be running away. Okay, so I can't get through this way. When I get to a safe spot, I'm going to have to turn my mic off for a little bit. Oh, I got to swim across. Festivals. I'll probably have to have a more experienced festival goer assist me with doing some of the festivals, because I've never done well with the festivals. I seem to sort of struggle with too many things to do all at once. Ah, the music here is fantastic, isn't it? I want to make sure I'm set for the right. I am. Okay. Huh. Where is the missing axe? There it is. Misplaced wood axe. All right, let's get the skirmisher out of the way. All right. So now, what other things can we do in this area? It looks like it's, well, we head over to turn those in, but it's also a supply for a supply. So we're looking for 10 orcish weapon caches to destroy. And it looks like they're sort of in this area. So I should be able to find those with relative ease. Oh, there's one behind this boss, but behind this berserker. Love that animation where he sort of jumps behind. All right. And for a brief moment, I'm going to turn off my camera just to take care of business. All right, I'm back. Thank you for your patience as I deal with the realities of this crazy allergy attack. I just have no idea why it's so bad today. I've taken 2 Benadryl, so we'll see if I stay awake. Come at me, Tharbad Fire Berserker. Taking care of business, working all the time. I thought I was working overtime. What's over here? Oh, turning in. 2 woodcutter. There we go. Oh, now he wants me to return where I found the axe. Of course he does. Of course he wants me to turn that in. So let's set that up here. Return to where I found the axe. A lot of times you can, at a glance, tell what quests you have that are done. Like I can see that these 2 right here have the little mithril coin by it, so you can turn them in real quickly. So I know I don't even have to look at those as my eyeball sort of looks at these things. Where did I find it? I thought it was right here. I think it was right about here, wasn't it? Yeah, the earth is trampled to the southwest. Perhaps the axe's owner went that way. Blood stains the earth here and tracks lead southwest. A slain unfortunate. And camera off again. Sorry, folks. My apologies. Thank you for your patience and for your willingness to allow me to maintain what little dignity I still have remaining after 9 years of the Prancing Pony podcast. All right, we still have some more Orcish weapons caches to destroy on this side of the river. If I can figure out how to get to them. Oh, the Defiler saw me. Oh no, whatever shall I do? Oh, well, might have to turn and fight at that rate. Oh, fine. Y'all want to die? I'll kill you. Who's still attacking me? Oh, the Defiler from all the way over there. He's in the bushes. All right, he's gone. Oh. Why is that guy an anti-exploit? Oh, well. Yay, David, thank you for joining. Glad that you're able to. That was the whole reason why I wanted to change the time of one of these from 6 p.m. Pacific to something else. Oh, there's an orc leader. All right. Another trap then, right? Right. And I'll also... Do I not have stealth? I thought I had some stealth, but I guess I don't. We'll just heart seek and see if we can one-shot him. Nope. Okay. Now, we've got to be near some more of those orc caches. There's a couple. I see an orcish weapons cache, and usually where there's one, there's more. Oh, there's one. Sure enough. River Hobbit Hilburn here, just poking holes in the orcs, turning them into regular Celebrimbors. Oh, that's a very good question, Luthiel. Because I never know really what I'm going to be streaming until the day I stream it. But that's a very good question. I need to do that. I'm still learning Twitch, so thank you for that. I really appreciate it, Katie. If you could help me on sort of maybe keeping track of things like that, notes and suggestions from more experienced Twitch folks. It's probably because I'm not thinking about when I use. So I use an app called Restream that enables me to stream to multiple platforms all at once. And so as a result, I'm not using the actual platform Twitch, in terms of their interface, but I do need to probably go in there and make that happen. All right. I know there's a few more. Yep. There's a weapons cache. We're almost done with the weapons caches. This was my first River Hobbit, Phil. It was a lot of fun to sort of see that storyline develop. Oh, and take advantage of a guy while he's sneezing, little Tharbad skirmisher. Not cool, not cool. All right, we are almost done with these orcish caches, I think. Okay. I know they're in here somewhere. Oh, there's the woodcutter that I got to turn it into. Okay, so he's giving me three choices, and this typically happens when we're going to give you armor. You're going to get a choice between a heavy, medium, and a light. I can't wear the heavy. That's why it's got the red square around it. Let's take a look if that medium is better than what I've got. The answer is no, it's not. So I'll take the heavy and sell it. All right. It looks like we only have to get... Okay, there's a whole bunch of them north of the thing, but there's only one more on this side of the river. One more orcish weapons cache, that is. Probably behind that wall. I'll have to take out the warrior. Let's get him. Good heavens, quite a few more just to get to this one cache. Can I cheat and get it from here? I can. Okay. Destroy that cache without having to fight four more guys. Now, let's take a look. So we still have to get one more supply. One more, I'm sorry, 5 more stolen supplies, which are near... Okay. Easy. So let's go ahead and port back to town, turn in the ones that we've got. See if there are any other more in that area. Hopefully not. My bow, you found it. Bring the ears to Mayor Nevitt. Where is Mayor Nevitt? Oh, he's not here. Okay. Oh, I think Mayor Nevitt is all the way up in Hearn. Yes, he is. So we're not going to turn that one in yet. Yeah, he's up there. So we're going to turn that off for now. We've still got what's Edda eating. Seeking the scouts, which I don't know where those are. Let's see. Seeking the scouts. Find Dunlendings near Nimbarth, located northeast of Stonecrop Encampment. I'm going to turn off the others. Huh. Northeast of the campment. Should be over here. All right. Well, it's not showing up, which is odd. But we'll go ahead and get the others. All right. We need to turn in, or we need to go and gather more stolen supplies, which are going to be down here just north of Tharbad. All right. Let's go hunting for Hal. Actually, no. Let's... So setting his quest guide focus helps as well. That helps make sure you do. I would like to do a chicken run one time. I've never done one. Ooh, can I gather the silver? I still am too. I'm still too much of a beginner. That makes me sad. I need to at some point gather more copper than I can possibly gather, just so I can get past that that novice level. Characters for each race, male and female for each class. That's going to be a lot of characters. Especially because they keep adding classes. And races. Every expansion pack, it seems, there's one or the other. All right, we're looking for stolen supplies. And we should be, yeah, we're pretty much in the right area here. There's 2 of them. Aren't you proud of me, Katie? I didn't bother to lay a trap this time. Sorry for the sniffles, folks. Yeah, I've been a guard in the past. It is a lot of fun. There's 2 more stolen supplies. So we're almost done with this, and then we'll Even if they give us more, we're starting to get out leveled for the area. We've got some light blue and some dark blue. I want to keep things at least white, if not yellow. So we'll probably head over to Hearn pretty soon. Okay, we just need to get one more stolen supplies. And then we'll head over and get one more Orcish weapons cache. Oh, hello, skirmisher. Let's have a little skirmish, you and me. There's another stolen supplies. Maybe we can just go in there without even aggroing that guy. Sure enough. All right, now we want to grab one more orc weapons cache, and we can start doing things on the other side. Huh, I need to get up there. I'm going to turn off the camera for a moment. Thank you. Need to figure out how to tie that camera off, camera on thing to a button on my Stream Deck. That would make things a lot easier. Have a seat. Okay, so we still have to get a little further to find one more weapons cache. Yeah, doing this in a completionist way is a lot of fun, but it can be, well, there's some things that even are too completionist for me, and it's those find these little pieces of paper randomly in an area, the lore quests. Anybody who's played this game knows exactly what I'm talking about. You'll find some scrap of paper, and then you'll get a deed where you got to find all, or a quest where you've got to find all 10 of them in a region. The lost lore of whatever. And it's like, really? Really? I have never been able to complete one of those without like asking the internets for help. All right. Let's go ahead and pop back to Sedgwick here, or Sedge, whatever it is. Artist, thank you for the sniffle medicine. That'll buy me some new Benadryl, another bottle of Benadryl. Oh, all right. And then Burl Stonecroft going to turn in his supplies to him. I have higher hopes now. Search for somebody else. To the north lie the ruins of Nimbarth. Here's a question. Favorite poem in The Hobbit and the Lord of the Rings? And I've got another quest that I can do later about the Lone Lands. Let me think that through. Favorite poem. I think in Lord of the Rings, it won't come as a huge surprise. Oh, can I pick two? Can I pick? I'll tell you what. I'm going to allow myself to pick two because they're different languages. I'm going to say the Ride of the Rohirrim alliterative verse at the end of that chapter would be one, but the other is going to be Galadriel's Lament in Quenya. So, thank you, Nathan. I'm going to mute for just a moment again. Sorry. All right. Let's take a look here real fast. We've got, so Seeking the Scouts and Riders of Nimbarth are going to be in the same area. Oh, they're all the way over there. Wow. See over here? So where my mouse cursor is, there's Nimbarth. So that's where the Riders of Nimbarth and Seeking the Scouts is going to take place. So maybe if I can get a ride to Skurlock Farm and head south, if I even want to do those, I may not. Those are pretty far out. So I think maybe we'll do what's Etta eating, hides for Etta, and hunting for Hal because they're close by. So let's do hunting for Hal. We're going to get some deer meat for Hal. Two only because of the sniffles. That's fair. I appreciate it. I won't be able to get the barrow iron either. It's killing me not being able to access the nodes, Katie. What do? I can't hit the nodes. Means I'm going to have to take some time on this character away from the stream in order to level up the crafting, the harvesting, I should say. All right, so I'm heading into an area where I'm supposed to hunt for Hal, apparently because Hal is lazy. He's asked me to hunt Ruddymore does and bucks to bring back their meat to help feed his companions because he's lazy. No, it's because the orc stole all the supplies. Do I need nodes for the quest? Not for any of these. There are quests where you need nodes, but at that point, they're actual quest nodes, so you don't have to have the level that would normally access them. Okay. The nice thing about this is that I do have the ability to track passage of nature, so I can track animals like the deers and does. There we go. Oh, there's Ruddymore buck. There's a pretty beast. Sorry, I'm going to have to put a hole through you. People got to eat. Oops, I accidentally shot the boar. He's very unhappy about that. As would I, in all fairness. I'm just minding my own business. Somebody shoots me. The hunt of copper. The Ruddymore doe. Let's get these guys here. We're already up to 6 now. Just need to get two more deer meat. And lo and behold, they're right in front of me. That should be nice and easy. And then we'll go up and see what's Etta eating, which is the berries that we got to go find. And I think the Avant hides are also up there. All right, so we're going to go. So that's, yeah, hides for Etta. Hides for Etta is collect Avant hides, and we got to get 8 of those. Then we're going to be heading up to, yeah, heading up to Hearn after that. I think what I need to do, and I will probably figure this out between now and the next time, is get myself a tiny little extra monitor that I can just pop up right here next to the camera so I can look over at chat without having to turn my head away from you all. Where are the Avanks? Oh, probably near the water. That's usually where Avanks are. Huh. I see no Avanks. All right, let me track one. Pool lurking Avank. There he is. And where there is one, there will be others. So I'm just going to wander around here, try to find them. Usually around the edges of the water. The more you play the game, you start to sort of see those patterns of where certain creatures tend to reside. Huh. There's one. Are we going to use my skill to see if I can find one nearby? Pool lurking Avunk. He's up there somewhere. Of course, can't shoot him from the water, I don't think. Or can I? Aha, now I'm standing up in shallow water. I can go after him. Okay. The flowers are pretty. They really are. This game, when you're able to turn up the graphics, it is, for a game that's as old as it is, it's surprisingly beautiful. The detail, the flowers, the shrubs, the stuff in the background. I love this. Looking back and seeing all the ruins. Okay, we're almost in the second area where we're going to find the Avonks. The hundreds of crocs down an umbar. Boy, that's about right. I mean, they are everywhere. Hanging doors, right on. That makes me want to ask, is anybody listening to the doors? All right. And on that terrible note, I'm going to turn myself off for a moment. Oh, okay. Now we're going to go ahead and activate one more, which was what's Etta eating? I think I'm going to remove Seeking the Scouts and Riders of Nimbar since we're not going to do those. So what's Etta eating? We're looking for berries, 8 ruddy bush berries, which will, of course, be surrounded by foes. And once we turn those 3 in, I'm sorry, to Hal, Etta, and I think also Etta, then we will head over to Hearn. Shrubbery! The areas around Bree are wonderful. I love that stuff. Tell you what, my first character, a man captain, because back then you could only do a captain if it was the race of men. It was so fun because you get to see Bree as, I mean, it was the most, especially back then because it was so early in the game. It was like 2016, 2017. But then my second character I played as a hobbit, so my starting area was the Shire, and it was just so neat. Oh, well, who are you? Am I interested in making some coin? Not really. I mean, I guess if I run into the guy, I'll talk to him, but I'm not going to go out of my way. Still need to collect 5 more ruddy bushberries, though. Where is sharing the bounty? Oh, he's right up there. Yeah, I don't know that I'm going to want to go talk to him, but we'll see. There's 2 more ruddy bushberries. One here. Yes. Hold on. I'm seeing on that terrible note. Yeah. On that disappointment. Yep. And on that disappointing bombshell. Yeah. I miss Jeremy and the others. My brain is completely James May and Richard Hammond. Miss those guys. Grand Tour was one of my favorite shows. Oh, hey, it's a warg. Hello, warg. Goodbye, warg. Oh, I don't know who you are. I just started shooting at somebody randomly. All right. And I think we're going to not share the bounty. We're not going to find bedware because we've got one more bush bear and we can turn it all in and head to Hearn and continue the story and see a new area. All right. We're going to return to Tam. There's Etta. Hello, Etta. Here are your hides. Tam, here are the berries. And Hal, here are the deer hides. All right. All right. Let's go ahead and see before we head over. Let's see about task stuff. I don't know if I have. Oh, yeah, I have a slew of broken hatchets that I could turn in, wet furs, and worn sword sheaths. So let's see. I don't know. No, looks like only. Yeah, looks like the only one I can do is the broken hatchets. So I'll take that. I'll turn those in. I've got 4 sets of 10, so I'll just do that real quick. And of course, for those who have not caught wind of what I'm doing, turning these in gives me extra reputation with this faction. And completing tasks is always a good way of gaining some extra XP. All right. Now, if we look at our quest log, we'll see the before the Shadow Book 2, that's our official epic quest, and that's to head over to Hearn. Cardland, we've got the Scouts, the Cleansing of Tharbad, Riders of Nimbarth. Riders of Nimbarth and Seeking the Scouts are way too far to the northeast. In fact, I'm just going to go ahead and cancel those quests since we're not going to do them. The Cleansing of Tharbad, we actually turn that in Hearn, so that's why it's active. I'm going to go ahead and cancel sharing the bounty as well. I'll leave the festival one alive. I'm just not going to go do it right now. And it looks like the others in my hunter quest, I have to talk to my trainer in Bree. I also have to go to Bree. I also have to go to the Lone Lands and talk to somebody in Bree as well to clear that one up. So there's a lot of things in Bree. 1, 2, and 3. Those 3, we're just going to Bree. We'll finish those quests. But for now, we're going to go to Hearn. In the meantime, let me take a quick look at chat to see if I'm missing anything. I'll turn off the camera while I take care of matters. Yeah. Pan, you mentioned the original Top Gear. Absolutely loved that. Fantastic. I started watching that probably in right around the time that I got into Lord of the Rings films, so 2001, I think. All right, let's take a look here. What else going on in chat? I'm sure I'm missing the question, but Katie, I see you mentioned Dirthal, that it'll be a bit, I think, at least on Dirthal. I'm not sure what you're referencing, but let me know. Yeah. All right, here we go. We're going to take a horse over to, actually, no. We're going to go to Hearn the old fashioned way. Oh, that's what, okay. Yep. Henneth Anun. It'll definitely be a while for Dirthal. He's still doing Isengard stuff. He hasn't even been captured yet. I understand there's a long, I think I just spoiled part of the epic. But apparently there's a very, very long quest thread through there. All right, so I basically have to follow the road up to Hearn. I'm going to go ahead and get on my horse. My horse's name is Tiny. Oh, somebody's trying to shoot me off my horse. But I don't think they're going to be able to keep up. Talmuth Edris, yep. Yeah, I got to get back to Dirthal, but I'll probably one of these days have a little bit of fun with y'all with one of my one of my 150 cap characters, and show you a little bit about. I tried to split the middle to avoid aggroing either one, and I aggroed both. To show you a little bit more about like the trait trees and things along those lines. Maybe do an instance. We're well over halfway to Hearn. You can see when we enter a different region, sort of the landscape changes a little bit. It's hard to tell right now because the game is in nighttime. Oh boy. Okay. I have to tackle this guy because he's orange, so he's going to give me extra experience points. So he's really, this might be a poor idea. I don't know. No, it won't be too hard. In fact, he won't get a shot on me. There we go. Ooh. Feeling sneezy. I see a village ahead. Folks, I believe that is the village of Hearn. First Arkenstone King gave you the advice to level up quickly without being... Yep. Kill those orange enemies if you can. They do quite a bit of extra XP. The air is silent. The wind's still. Where are the guards? Man stares at you with suspicious eyes and hurries for his home. Like her neighbor, the woman glares at you and hurries home. Can I go in and talk to her? That's probably pretty creepy, right? She doesn't want to talk to me. You'd better leave, stranger. It's a bad time to pass through Hearn. All right. Enter Crossway House, the Tavern of Hearn, in search of answers. Why is everybody afraid of me? Oh, all my guys are here. Maneldir, Boromir, Egfrith. You and your friends might want to keep walking, stranger. Hearn is not the place it once was, and you will not find welcome here. You ask the innkeeper what happened to the town, and he frowns, shaking his head. 4 nights ago, something evil passed through the center of Hearn. No one knows exactly what it might have been, but every night since, a terrible fear has seized the town. Old man Aberthal says he saw something that first night, but I don't know. He was an adventurer in his younger I spoiled the joke before I got there. When he said adventurer, I'm like, I know where I'm going to take this. He was an adventurer in his younger days until he took an arrow to the knee. But he has such a reputation for tale spinning that it has always been hard to tell the truths from falsehoods in his stories. But something happened that night, and the town has not been the same ever since. You'd best be moving on, you and your friends, before the dark comes again. I have seen something like this before. Well, I say seen, but I did not see it. Say instead that I felt it. Something dark and evil. It filled man and horse with dread. We stood in defense of the river at Osgiliath when this presence came upon us, and even the boldest among us were seized by a terrible fear. We cast down the bridge behind us, and only a few of us escaped. I have never felt a fear like that before, Hilbert. Some of my men claimed they saw the figure from which the terror spread, but I do not know if I believe it. Might that evil have come north from Gondor somehow? I did feel as if I were being watched at times as I rode through the empty lands. Or were they not as empty as they appeared? I should speak with the old man the innkeeper mentioned. If his story matches those of my soldiers, that will tell me something of the evil that came to Hearn. All right, I think you all know where this is headed, right? I mean, those of you who know the story know that at this point, before Boromir gets to Rivendell, the Nazgul are searching, so they are going to be in this area. I hope you won't use old Aberthal too harshly. He is something of a peculiar fellow, but despite his strangeness, most of Huttern's folk are quite fond of him, and he's always brought his custom to Crossway House, which I appreciate. Let me give you a mug of his favorite spiced beer. It may loosen his tongue. To be truthful, that's not usually a problem for our Aberthal, but he might not want to speak to you about whatever happened to him that night. The beer may make him more willing to talk with you. Maneldir. Go with Boromir and Egfrith to speak with this man. I will. Yep. He's gonna look around. So in the meantime, the innkeeper gives us another quest. In this case, it's to go and kill some of the wolves in the area. You can see, and I'll go ahead and accept it. I'm not going to necessarily hunt them all down, but if it's, in the area, if it's convenient. Here's another quest that somebody's got for us. Gengar Farwind is a dwarf journeying south to the White Mountains to see the dwarf halls there, but I heard from someone on the road the rocks of this place have a red sheen. It put me in mind of the Iron Hills. What's interesting is, of course, you later on in the game, much later, get into the Iron Hills, and sure enough, they have that same sort of red tone to the rocks there. I thought I would see them for myself. There's valuable ore. Perhaps I was laying my southward journey. So I'm supposed to meet with him west of the town later on. In the meantime, let's see if there are other quests. Nope, Windfor doesn't have anything for us. Nobody down here. Let's go upstairs real quick, see if there's anybody up. Whoop. Oh, boy. Can't climb stairs today. There are people, but it doesn't appear that they have any quests for me, and I know I have to come back and talk to them later anyway. And an in-Twitch ad. Oh, I'm so sorry. We are trying to minimize the number of those, or at least the frequency with which they interrupt. All right. What else do we need to do? Oh, we need to bring the ears to Mayor Nevitt. Let's turn that in. Where is that? Okay, so back up into town proper. Oh, I should get the stable while I'm here. So you see right now, for those who've never played the game, that little flashing, glowing thing. Now it's just a regular icon. When it's still flashing or glowing, you got to kind of get it. You tap it once, and now you can revisit this stable anytime you want from ones that are connected to it. Yeah, I do need to become a partner on Twitch eventually. I think I'm still a little new for that. A little small, too. All right. What does she want? Defeat the reed munching sickle flies, blah, blah, blah. So basically, of course, you're going around and you're getting all these quests. You may or may not complete all of them, because again, we're not completionists here today, this time. Where are... Oh, there's a discouraged neighbor. I'm going to cheer them up. I'm afraid not. I would not feel safe. Oh, no, I simply couldn't. All right, Alwina. I can encourage the people, but they're not going to... I need them to feel safe when they come to the Hall of Crafts, or my business will suffer. Hire a guard to stand within the Hall of Crafts. Here, take this pouch of coins. So the next time I go to the Crossway House, I'll talk to Evan, and he will... Oh, Alwina. She has eyes for him. He's a strong and strapping lad, and I've noticed his muscles on more than one occasion. Sure you have, Alwina. Tell him those coins should ease any of the reluctance he might feel to stop working for Maddock at the tavern. And in the future, he'll be very well paid to work for me instead. If that's what you call it. I'm about to get all sorts of snark for that, I'm sure. Where would the mayor be? Oh, there's the mayor's office. I want to turn in the ears. There's Cadwallon.
One day, Barbad will be ours once more.
All right. Something good has happened. Oh, I've gotten a new title. Hilburn, known to the Dunedain of Cardolan. Gotten 5 Lotro points for that. Completed that deed. Now I can earn friendship with the Dunedain. My reputation has changed. Okay. Riangar, what do you have for me? Got to collect all sorts of stuff. We'll see about that. That seems really a lot more work than I'm up to doing. Collecting herbs from one person, collecting potatoes, collect a loaf of bread, collect a bottle, and collect goat meat. You know, I am not merely your fetch quest thing. Oh, there's nobody here. Okay. All right, let's see what else is in town to do. There's one more, right? Bad for business. Okay. And there's a ring down here. So you can see them on the map, too. There are other quest givers. You'll see the little rings. Okay, Hearn stands on a rocky plateau overlooking Ruddymore. Road takes a wide loop around the town. He wants you to go to the crossroads and look for signs of danger. Okay, that should be easy enough. I'm sure I'll be out and about. Why do I keep seeing... Oh, an interior quest location. Hold on. Oh, Aberthal. Of course, I'm going to go talk to Aberthal. It's part of the epic quest. Maybe next time I'll do a festival if there's still one doing. Oh, Katie would be pleased to help me with that, I'm sure.
Why have you come to bother me? Speak to no one. Not since.
I speak to no one until you give me a beer.
I've not had any visitors in quite some time. What brings you to my home?
So I'm supposed to introduce them. Here's Boromir. And here's Egfrith. For those who weren't here last time, Egfrith is a woman from Rohan searching for a ranger who can help heal Theoden. So we're tying in the story of, sort of Wormtongue's sickness that he's, or Saruman's sickness, as you will. Boromir, you say? Surely you're not the same Boromir who is the son of the steward of Gondor. Some 20 years ago, I traveled in the Southlands, adventuring, and I had the privilege of meeting the steward. I remember his sons, both of lordly mien. You do bear a resemblance to the elder of the two. But you travel now in secret, it seems. I will say no more of it. A guard of the citadel, if not its captain, in my own home. I can hardly believe it. And Egfrith, a proud woman of Rohan. In the days of my youth, I rode across the Riddermark at joyful gallop. Is Theoden still king of Rohan? It was a beautiful land, and he was stern but strong, loved by his people and respected by his foes. It must still be so. The set of Egfrith's jaw tightens, but she says nothing. Aberthal continues. I will tell you what happened to me. With such fine protectors in my home, what have I to fear? All right. And again, for those of you who are joining me for the first time, especially because we're doing it at a different time of day, I'm not going to read every text box, but the epics, that's exactly what I'm going to do. The writing in this game is really good. Katie's mentioned this as well. This is, in a way, I know she said it's her favorite adaptation. If it's not, it's very, very close to it for me. I really like the way the things that they had to do to change the story, they changed really, subtly and well. And the things that they've added really feel Tolkienian for the most part. So I'm going to go ahead and get back to this. He's telling us the story of what he encountered, the creeping dark. 4 nights passed after the setting of the sun. I left my home to walk along the cobbled streets of Herne, as is my custom. This I've done for years, every night, ever since I gave up the adventuring life after, taking an arrow to the knee. Sorry. I will sometimes do that, where I just add text on my own. You may think it odd, but I have found these moonlit strolls to keep something of my old wanderlust at bay. Perhaps this is the night I keep a walking, Aberthal, old fellow, I've asked myself on occasion. But thus far I've always come back to my home, and sleep comes quickly. But on that night, while strolling along the lane west of my home, smelling the night flowers and listening to the sound of frogs down by the riverbank, I could sense that something was different. I can't tell you exactly what it might have been, but I was seized by a tremendous feeling of, I don't know, wrongness. I felt it in the pit of my stomach. There is a grassy place on the left between 2 buildings along that lane, and a single tree grows there. My eye was drawn to that tree, and as I watched, I swear to you, a deeper shadow, moved out from behind the trunk. It made a strange sound as it moved, a whispering just beyond the edge of my hearing. It reminded me of being lost in distant woods, stalked by a dangerous creature I could not yet see, but this was no mountain lion. I drew on all my reserves of courage, I tell you, and I turned to run, but even as my muscles tensed, I knew it was too late. While I stood transfixed by the creeping shadow in front of me, a second dark figure had come up behind. This one towered above me, for it sat astride a great black steed, but I could not tell you how I had not heard the sound of its hooves on the cobbles as it approached. I must have fainted then, for the next thing I remember is being shaken awake by Bledry, one of the townspeople, carrying a lantern. He said he found me lying at the base of the tree between those two buildings on his way home, and with no sign of either dark figure anywhere about. But every night since, a terrible sensation of dread has fallen upon Herne as the sun disappears beneath the horizon. Do you know what they were, friends? Has anything of this sort been seen in Gondor or in Rohan? What business could draw such terrible creatures to Herne? Now we're supposed to talk to Meneldir inside the Crossway House. I'll check chat real quick. How are we doing over here? Skipping quest dialogue is like skipping the poems in Lord of the Rings. Good point. And I used to do that very early on, and now I don't do that anymore. I'm seeing some Twitch spam. All right. We're going to head down to Crossway House. There's 2 quests there. Thank you, Katie. Appreciate it. Figured it would be. Oh. Huh. Ooh, that was a close one. Just about would have burst your eardrums with that one, folks. Wow. Goodness. All right. Well, first we're going to talk to Evan outside the Crossway House because, after all, that lady has some money for him. Isn't this him? No, that's not him. Where is Evan? He must be outside. Oh, there he is. Hello, Ethan. Bad for business. He listens with a frown as you explain that Alwina wishes to hire him to stand guard at the Hall of Crafts. I appreciate the offer, but have to refuse. He's got another quest for me, though. The least effort. Pick up one of the crates by the eastern road out of Herne. Might as well, if it's right over here. I see a ring over here. Maybe this is... Oh, it's Holfrin's house. I got to talk to somebody in here, apparently. Hey, Holfrin. What were you doing out on the street, stranger? Don't tell me you haven't heard about the evil things roaming about. All right, so he wants me to fill the trough outside of his home with hay. That feels a little tedious, a little menial, even for me, really. A late bloomer to the PPP. Started on 175. Oh, you know, Feanor is one of those characters where it's totally understandable. You know, you start out thinking, wow, you know, he's so amazing and look at all the things that he can do. And then eventually you realize he's kind of a jerk. Yeah. Find and pet sheep in Herne. Aw. But in the meantime, I need to talk to Meneldir outside the Crossway House. Let's continue on that quest. Yeah, thwacking that Feanor pinata. Now, of course, I'll pet the sheep if I see them. Whoa, there's a ring back here behind this house. Oh, hello, sheep. Bah. Okay, there's one sheep petted. Oh, no, I can't click him. I have to actually type pet. No. What do I do? I click him. There we go. All right, let's get into Oh, there's another sheep. Oh, I see sheep everywhere. The pet command doesn't work because, well, that actually tries to instigate the pet command. All right, hold on. There's a crate over here. I think this is the one I'm supposed to take to egg to that guy behind the shop. If I ever finish my book and get it to be an audiobook, thank you. Hassel, I appreciate that. That would be really kind. Carry the crate to the storage room inside Crossway House. Perfect. So we're going to go to Crossway House and turn in 3. Thank you, Chappie, listening to those first episodes. I may be kind of hard on the production quality of those early episodes, but I'm still very, very proud of the content. We worked super hard to make that something really, really helpful for people. Where am I supposed to put this? Storage room. Would that be in here? I think this would be the storage room. Yep. You deliver the crate, 1 down, 1 to go. Maybe. I'm not sure I'm going to do all of that, right? Oh, but if some of these things are all right here, if I can collect the potatoes, and I thought I saw a wine bottle back here. Yep. So I still need to collect stewing herbs from Tanguin, and then I can collect the meat. We're good. All right. So obviously, Maneldir wants to know what I learned from the old man, and so I tell him, and this does align with the story Boromir told us about the power he sensed at Osgiliath, but that is leagues away. What has brought it here, a horse at such speed? I may know one name of these creatures, but I will not speak it here. Maddock, might I ask you to open your doors to all the townsfolk who heard this evening? Some evil has left its mark upon the village, and I think it would be safest if the townsfolk sheltered behind the strong walls of Crossway House tonight. As for us, Hilburn, I think we should hunt some game in Sedgemead to resupply Maddock's pantry. Gather up firewood so we can keep the town braziers burning all night, and bring word to the town people that they should shelter within Crossway House. What say you to this plan? I will not leave these people undefended. I cannot. Okay. Hold on. Let's take a look and see where we're at on all these quests. Got to talk to the dwarf west of the town. Got to collect herbs and 8 pieces of ready coat goat meat. Defeat some sickle flies. Pick up the other crate by the eastern road. Find the crossroads. Kill some wolves. Talk to Alwina. And find and pet more sheep. All right. We'll do a couple of those things, and then we'll probably call it because I think we're only going to go an hour and a half today, mostly because I'm just not feeling 100%. We typically always go an hour and a half to 2 hours for those of you who are watching for the first time, or it's that's the usual pattern. Oh, let's see. Oh, I've got to talk to people to convince them, right? Hey, make sure you go to the Crossway House tonight. I thought I saw the crate. Apparently, I did not. It's wild. Oh, there's a sheep, though. We all like sheep. Come here, sheepy sheep. And sneeze coming. Hold on. All right. Oh, the Schrodinger's Dwarves T-shirt. Yeah, that was when we were with another vendor. We don't own the rights to that design. That's something I'm never going to do again. Where when we work with a company, they design it for us. That's why I have a graphic artist that I work with now. But yeah, unfortunately, that was when I forget who we were working with then. But we don't have the rights to reproduce that anywhere else except through them, and we're not working with them anymore. Oh, I can't. I thought that had a ring above it. Oh, it's a gray ring. Okay. All right. What do we got? Let's see here. Let's pull up the map. Wow. Lots of things on this map, aren't there? Let's turn these off one at a time. This is another way to get organized. All right. Shepherding sheep. We're supposed to talk to the guy, so he's close. The least effort is fairly close. Book 2, Chapter 6, we're going to hold off on that. The Roads Near Herne, that's not too far. Nevitt Family Stew, we can probably pick that up on the way to one of those crossroads. Bad for Businesses Nearby. Sickles Among the Reeds, we'll come up to that. And an eye for such things. I don't know where the wolf packs are. Oh, they're up there. Far to the northwest. So we'll turn that off for now. All right. All right, Bad for Business. We got to go talk to Alwina outside the Hall of Crafts. So let's go talk to her. Lifetime subs, yeah. Oh, no. Oh, that's... I bought a lifetime sub back in the day, too. I think it was Turbine when I did that, though. Oh, man. I'm so sorry to think you lost everything. Ha! We're not going to stay in Crossway House. This is like the people who are like, you got a Cat 5 hurricane coming, leave town. Oh, no, we're not leaving. All right. Hey, Alwina, we have bad news. That young boy you were thinking about, the one whose muscles you've been noticing, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, he doesn't want to work for you. Okay, pick up the remaining crate. So let's go get that crate. That's what I was wondering, yeah. Codemasters, I didn't realize that they were doing it in Europe. That's awful. I'm so sorry that happened because I remember getting the game just a few months after it came out and buying the lifetime sub thinking, man, that's a lot of money. But clearly, talk about worth it. Lifetime VIP. Carry it to the storage room inside Crossway House. So sorry, gonna have to. Hassel, good question. I changed those in my options in order to make them easier for people to see during the stream. That was the last one. So now I talked to Evan outside the Crossway House. And then I got to talk to Holfren, the guy who wanted me to feed his sheep, or pet his sheep, I should say.
Greetings, traveler.
Ooh, level 20 now. Quest actions available. These are missions that you can do now, which I'm going to decline these for now. Well, I'll accept them and I'll put them away. So I'm going to remove them from here. We've gotten 3 notifications. A title that's been awarded. I now can be called a skirmish recruit. I've finished getting to level 20 and have the access to the skirmish panel now. Answer my favorite poem in The Hobbit. Oh, that's a tough one. Road Goes Ever On. Road Goes Ever On. All the things you get at level 20. What do we get at level 20? We get the ability to access skirmishes now, right? That's a big one. The skirmish panel. How do I get to that? Okay, so the skirmish panel allows you to, do these little fights that are separate. I must complete the tutorial first. Okay, well, we'll do that at some point. Oh, I got a gift. As an adept, you no longer need gifts, but they're still very nice to receive. Indeed, they are. Let's see what is in that gift. We got a circlet of men, a little cosmetic piece that I already have plenty of. Some food, superior beef stews, and some potions. We'll keep those handy for when it's needed. Rendal. Was Rendal the guy with the sheep? No, I don't think so. Holfren was. More quests. Okay. Oh, well, I'll water saplings, talk to trees, etc., etc. Skirmishes war is upon us, so that's visit the skirmish captains. We'll do that next time as a tutorial. Katie, if you can remember what else we get at 20 besides the skirmish. Don't feel bad. That's what the chat's here for. Ask questions, chat about the game. I've conversed with trees. All right, Caddy.
The trees must have been so lonely.
The trees must have been so lonely.
You're an adventurer, aren't you? Just like Mr. Rendell.
All right, let's go talk to the sheep guy, Holfren. Figure that out. There's a lot of quests in this little area. It's kind of nice that they're close by. Oh, player versus monster player. I've never done that at all. Yeah. That's a good point. I'll do some research, and next time we do a stream, we'll talk about the new things that we can do at level 20. Huh. Whew, sorry for that. Having to just quickly run over and turn off the camera so I can mute the mic. All right. Let's take a look and see what we've got on our map. So, ones that we still have to do inside the town. The runaway sheep is not too far away at all. Small Beginnings isn't exactly close. Book 2, Chapter 6 is epic, so we definitely want to do that, but not quite now. Roads near Herne, Devitt family stew. We'll avoid the sickles for now. An eye for such things. Okay, so let's try the runaway sheep. Look for tracks near his house. Okay. Sheep hoof prints. So we're going to be following a trail. Well, there's a thief. Let's kill the thief. What do we get there? Probably a deed for killing a thief. Yep. Oh no, land critical hits with your bow strikes. Now, the Ruddy Mantle Bull will threaten me, but he won't attack me if I get out of his area. He's not immediately aggressive. But the Hendrival is a bird. Let's kill that thief while we're at it. Oh, we've got some new skills here too. Including Blood Arrow, which is a nice little heal. Uh-oh. This is not good. I didn't mean to track both, and I got knocked out. Let's lay a trap and pin him. All right. We got some choice cuts of meat, too, which is handy. Oh, we probably do that again. Since we have to collect meat for the epic quest. Since we're asking everybody to house in the pub there. Oh, blood. Sheep's dead. Blood splatters. Thankfully, they're really easy to spot. The barrow iron that I have to walk wistfully by because I don't have the ability to retrieve it. Probably should kill the thief while I'm here. LotRO ad for Butcher Box? They have not come back, by the way, so apparently people weren't buying enough of it. Which is too bad because I could use another box. That was a lot of fun working with them. The sheep appears freshly dead. Oh, he's been skinned. Oh, there's a barrow white. The smell of long rotted meat assails your nose. Oh. All right, deed bestowed, dead slayer of Cardalan. Now we are out and about. So let's go to the crossroads here, looking for the roads near Hearn. And then as we loop back, we'll check out the other crossroad. And then I think an eye for such things and the Nevitt family stew will be sort of on our way, as they say. Yeah. Actually, I have a few cool new ads coming, a few clients I'm working with. Who did we just... So Mando, I've done some ads for Mando. I am pleased to say that... Oh, now my keyboard is dead. Sometimes this happens. Every once in a while, there's like a delay. The server lags. Hello. Got no ability to move here. So I'll talk about this. So Mando has just signed up to run all the way through September. So we've got them on like a 5 or 6 month deal, which is great. Really, really pleased to have a new sponsor like that. And then Skechers has come on board as well. So that's great. It's always nice because I'll only do host read spots for things I like. Hello. All right. I don't know what's going on here. Yeah, Skechers. Skechers is the new one. Mando's not new, but it's nice that they've just come on board for long term. Okay, I'm getting nothing. I'm going to log out of the game and see if logging back in will fix that. Sometimes that happens every once in a while. Wow, I was level 17 when I started today's little thing. Connection to the server's been lost. Well, that'll do it every time. Let's try that again. We're giving you the full LotRO experience, which is to say crashes to desktop and everything. No, it's actually not that common. I imagine with the new 64-bit servers, there's going to still be some things that are getting ironed out, but on the whole, it's as stable as anything else. Lorien or Halls of? Katie, I might need more detail on what that question means just because I've now passed the context. I'm really sorry. All right. Coming back into the game. Let's see if this can work. Still loading. That's we may be ending this early as it stands anyway. Mando is the sponsor. Also, doom. This is the way, Mando, rather than Mandos. But yeah, they probably knew that as the father of a boy who's just turned 13, I could use a whole box of deodorants. Okay, this isn't looking good. I think maybe we're actually experiencing an issue with the server. The fact is, normally that loading bar at the very bottom would at least be making some progress. The fact that we're not making any progress at all suggests, I happily throw my son under the bus. Yeah, this isn't good. This is actually a little embarrassing, but all right. We're going to give it another minute and then we'll just wrap up and answer any lingering questions still in chat and say farewell. It's been an hour and a half anyway, so that's all right. Yeah, Lotro's telling me to take a third Benadryl and a nap. Whew, man. Yeah, that's not looking good. All right, I'm going to Control-Alt-Delete this baby. Task Manager. There we go, Lotro Client and Task. And let's shut that down. All right, so let me switch back to controlling that computer. And we can move the chat window over there too. All right. That was a lot of fun. I really am enjoying this game, and it's really nice to actually get a chance to play, which, I don't really get that much time. So that's the whole point of this. That's the whole reason why I started this in the first place. 13, where am I in the PPP? Still only 6 or 7. Yeah. Yeah. He was, when we started it, he was only 4. Actually, because we started February 16th, he was still only 3. Because that was in 2016, and he would have turned 4 later that month. So yeah, he was 3 and now he's 13. That is wild. A scene from the books. Okay, so the instances. I don't know. I mean, like, I might name an instance that I wish they had, and it turns out they have it because I haven't been able to play all of them. Some of them are gated to only if you finish this part of the story can you then play this as an instance. It's been pretty good so far in the fact that there are moments that you're like, wow, that would have been so cool. Oh yeah, I said 16th. Start on the 21st. That's right, 21st of 2016. That's why I thought 16. Thank you, Katie. But that still was a week before his 4th birthday. So it's a holiday. It's a jolly holiday with barley. Let's see. Let me think. Other things in the book. The thing is, they do such a good job of taking elements from the book and turning them into instances. I just don't remember off the top of my head what. Do we get an instance where you get to do the Oath of Aoral, where you get to be on the top of the Halifirian and watch Carrion and Aoral do their thing? That would be an instance I would love to play. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. If anybody knows, though, it'll be Katie. She's got all of those sort of in her head. She knows the instances in this game. Yeah, I don't know that we do. That would be a moment, though. They could, because it's from the appendices. They don't have to dive into Unfinished Tales. They would just have to dive into Unfinished Tales if they wanted to get the actual language. So, all right. This has been a lot of fun. If you have any more questions, throw them in chat right now so I can answer before I say farewell. Otherwise, I'll be wrapping up here in a moment. The next stream of the PPP Plays, which will probably be, I think I want to be able to do some tabletop stuff on Saturdays next time. So that means I'll do Shadow of Mordor on Tuesday. Probably. Again, I'm not guaranteeing what I'm going to do. But Tuesday night at 6 p.m. Pacific time, I will be doing a PPP Plays stream. But I will be leading off because Tuesday happens to be Tolkien Reading Day, March 25th, the downfall of Barad-dûr and the destruction of the ring. I will be doing a reading. So I'll start out with a reading for Tolkien Reading Day and then move forward into playing a game of some kind. Visit the website for the outtakes. Thank you. Definitely. Wow. A bad joke bot. Thank you. They expanded this game into one of the border areas of the map. What would my top pick be? Ooh, let's see. Let me look at the current Lotro map. The thing is to go all the way north to you get to Surikila and Forochel, you get to Carn Doom, You get into Fordwaith with the Rift. You get into Gundabad. Dorguldur. You get into some of the Mirkwood stuff. I think I want more Outer Gondor. I know that we've got some, but I'd really like to go much further west into the Anfalis, out past the Lefnui. Maybe connect Outer Gondor with the Gap of Rohan, like go across the Adorn River, where Wolf and his father Freka were from. That would be an interesting thing to do. I see Lawn-Dire on the map. Is there an instance that takes us to Lawn-Dire? Like I see that it's got a little indication on the map, on a map that I'm looking at. I can't tell what the key means. But, see more of Harad would be interesting. No doubt about it. I'm trying to see if there's anything more. Eriador, Gondor, Pinithgedin. Yeah. All right. Yeah, further all the way around would be nice. Grey Havens. Yeah, Grey Havens would be nice. That's for sure. Oh, hold on. Seriously, it's like I get 1 second warning. I should have known they always come in pairs. Hassel, if they made a game option where you could play in the first age, would I be down for that? 1000% I would. There are some moments that you get to play in the second age. Basically the siege of Barad-dûr, which is really, really great. But yeah, I don't know what they have, if they have anything that takes you back to the first stage. All right. Thank you all for the best wishes. I really appreciate it. Thank you for joining me today, for your patience, and for adventuring with me with Hilburn the River Hobbit. And hopefully I will see you all back here on Tuesday, the 25th, to celebrate Tolkien Reading Day and to do something here on the PPP Plays. That'll be at 6 p.m. Pacific on Tuesday. And then other than that, we'll see you again next Saturday, which would be the 29th, again at 1 p.m. Pacific. I think we're still looking at a 7-hour gap / 8-hour gap for UK and Central Europe, as opposed to the usual 8 and 9. My understanding is you then change times the next day. So I will see you all either next Tuesday or next Saturday. Thanks again for joining me, and have yourself a wonderful what's left of your weekend. Goodbye.